In this video, I am going to talk all about the one thing that is even more important than your self-concept. Yes, your self-concept is very important because it's how you see you and everyone as you pushed out. But in this video, I'm talking about the one thing that is even more important. Hello, everyone. I am your muse, Traci. I'm your favorite manifestation coach, and I'm here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. I offer one-on-one coaching and I also offer group coaching. In my coaching program, I will take you through the process of identifying and changing your programming or your belief system. I'll also teach you how to integrate the creator belief system, which I'll be talking a lot about in this video. Release stored emotions from the past that are binding you to the past, as well as teaching you how to honor and process your emotions on an ongoing basis, as well as much, much more. We meet 2 to 3 times per week, and in between each of the sessions, you also have email access to me. It's an intensive month designed to create real transformation. This is for you if you want to move past one-off coaching sessions that are sort of a band-aid. This program creates real transformation in every area of your life and returns you back to your true nature of being an effortless and unlimited creator. Most of my clients will stay and work with me 2 to 3 months to integrate these teachings. Some want to stay a longer time, some stay shorter. It's always your call and up to you the level of support and guidance that you want at this point in time. Either way, my clients come out of this program transformed back in their ability to create everything that they desire. The journey doesn't stop once you're done with the coaching program, but I'm going to give you all the tools. I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know. There's still work to do after coaching. It's a never-ending journey. There's always another level to go to. So, but it is everything that you need to empower you and to start to create the life that you should be living, that you deserve to be living, right? We're not struggling. We're not suffering. This is what my clients achieve when they come out of this. They stop struggling, they stop suffering, and they finally understand how to apply all the manifesting knowledge that they already probably had and they had been consuming for sometimes years. So if you're interested, send me an email, leave me a comment down below. I'll get back to you. Okay, so let's get into it, you guys. The thing that is even more important than your self-concept, which is also another way of saying that what you believe and think about yourself, is your concept of who you are. Your belief in you being the operant power of your reality, your belief in the law of assumption, and who you are as an infinite being. This is the most important part, and it is what I see most people struggling with. It's not actually the struggle to change core beliefs or, their programming or their identity or even their self-concept. All of that is simple, actually, when you understand the process and how to do it successfully. And also when you are the operant power of your reality. None of this is difficult at this point. So it is not the difficult part to change beliefs and change even your self-concept. What I see most people struggling with is accepting, admitting, and integrating, which means being and applying it in every moment, being the creator of their reality. Why is this? Well, it's basically a case of mistaken identity. The people that I work with and the people that, send me emails and leave comments and the people that I see struggling on this journey, they struggle because they've become identified with their human form, their body, their name, their job, their roles, their status, their whatever. All of the physical things in this human experience. They become identified with those things. They even become identified with religion or what they learned about who they are as they were growing up. They become identified with their programming. Ew, that's a tough one. But normal to have that programming and to, up to a point, identify with it. But once you learn about all of this, you learn that you are not your programming. You are not your physical human form. You're not your name. You're not any part of your, physical form or even your experiences that you've had here on earth. And they struggle to change this to the understanding that they are God, pretending not to be, basically. And I'm not saying that this is easy, that this is an easy shift or even a one-time shift or an instant shift. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying any of that. This is the piece that I consider to be the work. And it takes time to integrate and to live by 24/7. This is what you're trying to do and what you're moving towards. The reason this is difficult is by design, honestly. The illusion of separateness and limitation and powerlessness is by design. It's literally what this realm that we're incarnated in was designed to make you believe. Even your family system that you were born into, designed by design. So why? Well, at the deepest and simplest level, it is because you have to know what you are not to then know who and what you truly are. If you didn't have all this veil of illusion of separateness, of powerlessness, of being limited, of being in struggle, of being in, scarcity and lack, that you fully bought into and identified with, then there would be no way of actually realizing and experiencing your true nature. You have to know and experience what you are not to fully experience and know who you truly are. And it is the experience of what and who you are not that I see so many people getting stuck in. They are stuck in the illusion. Even when they know this information, which a lot of you do, a lot of you already know all of this. It's like they have a toe in the information of being unlimited, of being the operant power, but they will not allow themselves to trust it fully. They will not allow themselves to really embrace who they truly are. And why is that? Because of the illusion of separateness and lack and powerlessness and fear. Basically, it all comes down to fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Leave me a comment down below if you know where this quote came from. It's a book or a person or something. I don't know which book it came from, though. Leave me a comment if you know where this acronym, fear is false evidence appearing real, where that comes from. Anyway, it is this very illusion, again, that is created by design that is keeping people stuck. And you don't have to be. You don't have to be stuck in the illusion, but you have to be brave. I've mentioned this before. It takes courage, a lot of courage to break out of this illusion. But here's the biggest piece to help you have courage. It is literally a case of mistaken identity. Again, the mistaken identity is that you are human, you are this body, you are limited, and that you are powerless, and that you're not safe, and that you're, you have to be in scarcity and lack. Nothing, and I mean nothing, could be further from the truth of who you truly are. Let that sink in for a moment before I continue on. Nothing could be further from the truth of who you truly are. You are actually the polar opposite of all of these things. You are limitless. You are powerful. You are safe. You can never actually be unsafe. So it's sort of like if you've ever had a scary dream, a nightmare, and, like awful, terrible things were happening in your dream. If you're like me, you wake up right before, or you realize right before it actually happens. I don't know. Thankfully, I don't actually have the traumatic experience play out in my dream. But you see some terrible things are happening or about to happen in your dream. And you see the dream seemed in the moment when you were in the dream before you woke up, it was really, really real and maybe traumatic and scary while you were in the dream. But once you were awake and you remember and realize there was never actually any danger or real threat to you because it was a dream. It was all in your mind. Well, this life is exactly like that. There is no actual and real danger or threat to who you truly are. Yes, I know you can have physical harm to your body, but you're not your body. You're not your body. That's not who you truly are. because who you truly are is infinite and can never be harmed in any way. In any way. Just like your human self can never actually be harmed in a dream, well, who you really are can never actually be harmed by anything in this life, because who you truly are is infinite and powerful and limitless and perfection and safe and secure. And you can't actually be anything other than these things. You can create the illusion that you are not these things. You can have the experience of not being these things. Again, it's by design. But, and this is a big but, okay, what? That sounded weird. This is the realization that we're leading up to. You can experience yourself as limited, unsafe, not powerful, all of these things. But what did I mention in the beginning of the video? You have to have the experience of what you are not to truly be able to experience what you truly are. So I know this is a brain twister, and the first few times that I heard this myself, I was like, huh, and it didn't get in because I couldn't it's a twister. So let me give you an example. You can only experience hot because there is cold. If there was not cold and there was only hot, then after a while you would not be able to experience hot. Hot just is. It just is. It just is. You can't experience it anymore. It just is. There's no more experience of hot. But you can't really have the experience of hot because there's nothing to contrast it against. You see? So the same thing is with you and your true nature, who you truly are. If you only were experiencing who you truly are, limitless, powerful, safe, secure, loving, infinite, love, abundance, then after a while, you can no longer experience yourself as these things. They just are. They just are. You can't have the experience of that anymore. You have to have the experience of not these things in order to experience them once again, right? You get my point? Makes sense. That is the whole point of this realm of duality. But another big but, this is where I see so many people being stuck because they have had the experience of limitedness. They've had the experience of lack, separation, not being safe, not being secure, not being abundant, not being loved. And they make the mistake of identifying with these things. They make the mistake of saying, I am limited. I am separate. I am powerless. I am insecure. I am not loved. No, you are not any of these things. You see, you have to get real and ask yourself, what are you identifying with? Do you think that you are this human form? Because you are not. Do you think you are separate? Well, that goes back to the first one, really. If you think you are this human form, you think that you end where the outline of your body ends. Do you think you're powerless? You are not. Do you think you are unsafe? You are not. You see these teachings, and yes, they are about manifesting your desires, but even more important than any techniques, don't get me started on techniques, even more important than self-concept or anything else is truly asking yourself who you think you are. Such a good question to ask and ponder and think about. And I'm not judging anyone. At the beginning of my journey and my experience, I just wanted to know how to do the techniques so that I could get my stuff. And that's perfect. And that's exactly the way that it was meant to be for me, because all of that led me to deeper understandings and deeper teachings. And so there's nothing to judge. And I'm not judging you if that's where you are. Totally fine. I've been there. I've been where you are. 99% of you I see with my clients. It's very rare that they come to me and say, I'm feeling and thinking and experiencing this. And I haven't been there. It's very rare that that happens. Most of the time I'm like, yeah, I've been there. That's very normal. And why we tend to focus on these things in the beginning is because affirming all day, every day, as maybe crazy as that sounds in the beginning, is easier than addressing and changing who you think you are at a core level, at your core level. It's much, much, much easier, but also not even close to as powerful as knowing who you truly are. And yeah, you'll get some things by affirming all day, every day, but and again, that's okay. We get to the deeper levels when we are ready and when we are supposed to. And if you are watching this video, then perhaps you are ready. And if you're watching this video and you can't relate and maybe you're not ready, maybe this video is just a seed being planted, and perhaps, you'll come back and you'll remember when you heard me talking about these things at one point. And again, like I said, when I first heard you can't experience what you truly are until you experience what you're not, and I heard all this, it's just like this loop that I couldn't really, I don't know, I didn't get it. It took a little bit. So you get it when you're ready to get it. That's my point. And if you're not resonating with this, if you're like, Traci, I just want my stuff, like, I get you. And we're planting a seed for deeper understanding and going deeper and, connecting with the truth of who you really are and remembering the truth of who you really are. So, and you will make this shift when you're ready to remember the truth about who you truly are. And you'll start trusting your true nature, trusting that you are powerful, trusting that you are limitless, you're safe, you're secure, you're abundant, you're loved, you're accepted. You are already all of these things, regardless of what experiences you have had. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Leave me a comment down below. Send me a question if you want me to answer a question of the week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.